During Queen Sirikit's midlife crisis, she realized that her beauty was fading and her figure was no longer what it used to be. Being someone who loved beauty, she found it difficult to accept this reality. She began obsessively wanting to accomplish something significant, hoping to maintain the admiration of the public and the royal family. In the early 1980s, the Thai royal family asked the United States to help Queen Sirikit secure a series of international awards and honorary degrees. She desperately restricted her diet, engaged in intense exercise, underwent repeated cosmetic surgeries, and took weight loss pills. The pressure took a toll on her mental health, leaving her so stressed that she could only fall asleep with the help of sleeping pills. Some media outlets reported that Queen Sirikit often dreamed in her childhood, seeing visions of her past life as a mythical warrior woman akin to Wonder Woman. This led her to believe that she had the potential to lead Thailand. Thus, she risked the collapse of the constitutional monarchy by intervening in politics, using her family's royal influence to cultivate her power within the military. She held the honorary rank of colonel in the Eastern Tiger Battalion stationed at the Thai-Cambodian border, which had become dominant among the Thai military leadership. Her extensive political involvement led to some public resentment, with people believing she harbored ambitions to restore the feudal monarchy. She formed alliances within the palace, seeking to install a compliant heir apparent so that after her husband's death, she could, like Empress Dowager Cixi, continue to wield power as a regent behind the scenes. King Bhumibol and Queen Sirikit had 4 children, 3 daughters and 1 son. Their eldest daughter, Yubol Ratana, was originally the king's favorite child because she shared many traits with Bhumibol. She excelled academically and athletically and never went easy on her father during competitions. However, she stubbornly chose to marry an American. The Thai royal family prohibited marriages with foreigners, and when the princess ignored her father's pleas, the frustrated king stripped her of her royal title, resulting in her loss of succession rights. As for the current king of Thailand, Maha Vajiralongkorn, he is the eldest son and the one who gave King Bhumibol the most headaches. Queen Sirikit spoiled Maha Vajiralongkorn from a young age, constantly telling him, "You will be the king of Thailand one day, everything here belongs to you." As a result, Maha Vajiralongkorn became quite arrogant. He showed little interest in studying and inherited none of his parents' artistic genes, spending his days pursuing women. He often ignored the advice of court officials, even scolding much older officials by saying, "Don't speak to the future king like that." This infuriated King Bhumibol, who reprimanded him, "You are not the king yet." Despite this, Queen Sirikit continued to fulfill all her son's wishes, providing him with women and money. The king could do little to rein him in and eventually sent him to a boarding school in the UK, hoping that the discipline of society would help him mature. The outcome was a failure. Thus, King Bhumibol placed his hopes on his second daughter, Sirindhorn. She was someone whom the Thai people found it hard to criticize. With no royal heirs, she spoke fluent English, French, and Chinese. Passionate about learning and the arts, actively involved in charitable work, and living a simple life, she was affectionately referred to as the Angel Princess in Thailand. King Bhumibol believed that such a child inheriting the throne would help maintain a positive image for Thailand. To pave the way for his daughter's ascension, the king actively persuaded the government to amend the succession laws, changing the tradition of passing the throne only to sons to allow for female succession. He prepared to dismiss his unpopular son if necessary, enabling his daughter to take the throne. However, Queen Sirikit secretly marginalized her daughter and supported her son, firmly opposing her husband's plan to strip Maha Vajiralongkorn of his succession rights. Unfortunately, Maha Vajiralongkorn's antics exceeded even Sirikit's imagination. Instead of being a compliant puppet, he openly defied his mother. Nearly a year after marrying the royal woman appointed by his mother, he cheated on his pregnant wife with a celebrity, fathering several illegitimate children. He even accidentally exposed nude photos of himself and his wife, causing a scandal throughout the city. It is said that Queen Sirikit had a loud argument with her son in the hospital over marital issues, hurling insults at each other. At that moment, she suddenly realized that she had raised a potential threat. Sure enough, her son began to encroach on her influence in Thai politics, seeking to promote his allies to high positions. By then, it was too late for Sirikit to regret. The crown prince had been established for decades, and her son had already grown too powerful to be removed. As for Princess Sirindhorn, who is held in high regard by the Thai people, she has remained unmarried throughout her life. Even if she were to ascend to the throne, the lack of an heir could leave room for instability, allowing opportunistic elements to exploit the situation and potentially lead to further turmoil in Thailand. In the last decade, Queen Sirikit seemed to return to her earlier self, working hard to uphold the royal family's image, participating in public activities, and managing family relationships. In the shadow of the aging king and her ineffectual son, her abilities were once again recognized by the public. At that time, the Thai royal family had a third option: to allow Queen Sirikit, who once wielded significant power, to become regent again. However, now that the late king has passed away, she is in her twilight years, lacking the strength and energy to engage in court politics. She can only watch as her disappointing son, accompanied by his mistress, tarnishes the royal family's image. Those years of infidelity, political meddling, and shouting matches with her son have become the talk of the town. She is still the longest-serving royal consort in the world and a legendary figure who has turned her life into a court drama.